Hello, I'm Gregg. Jarrett, you're in the strategy room. The first few weeks of the Trump administration have been marked with protest and raucous town hall meetings. In the past, the president has dismissed the demonstrations, alleging that they were really done by paid protesters. But in an interview with Fox and Friends, Trump pointed the finger directly to his predecessor, saying, quote, "I think that President Obama is behind it because his people are certainly behind it." Here now to talk about it, former Deputy National Finance Director of the DNC, David Mercer, former Deputy Assistant to President George W. Bush, Brad Blakeman. Thanks for both of you being here. David, there is some evidence that former President Obama's political organization, known as Organizing for Action, has been rounding up or engaged in getting activists organized for these demonstrations. So, I mean, I suppose it's fair to say it's his organization, so it's him.
Don't think so, and that would be drawing assumptions.
Well, that never happens in Washington.
Why not ask OFA if they're doing it rather than us speculating about it? I think the missing point here, and one that could be to a predicament for Republicans come the midterm elections, and why they're running away from their constituents at these town hall meetings, because now they have so many proposals for a replacement that there's no consensus in the Republican Party, and they can't put anything forward, as they haven't been able to do in the last 8 years, for any kind of contributory solutions to fixing Obamacare or making it better. And while 12 million people are newly enrolled in the last couple of months, we see in decline, in confusion, and in chaos, Republican efforts to make good on their word that they have any kind of replacement in mind.
You know, Brad, I have a hunch that you may see this differently.
For sure. There's no doubt. These are random mobs. Either Democrats are not holding town halls, which they're not, or should I say, they're not having the kind of protest because of the fact that these are people who are paid by Democrats or encouraged by Democrats.
And you have no proof of that, Brad. You have no proof of it.
People went to the electric chair on circumstantial evidence, and there's enough circumstantial evidence. Look, you guys aren't going to
give me one circumstantial evidence that says that Democrats are at the...
Busing people in and having common sign.
Who's doing it? Who's doing it?
Who's doing it? It's the Obama operatives who want to make sure that Donald Trump is a one-term president. Come on, David. You've done this kind of work, and I've done it too.
That's McConnell's words on Obama, and no one has stated, no leadership except for you now saying it, no one has stated that that's the purpose of it.
Well, you know, honestly, David, all you have to do is troll around the Internet, and you see a lot of stories about how this has been organized by various liberal and democratic groups. And you see among the list President Obama's political organization.
Greg, you can see a lot of trolling going on, and the evidence of the Republican supporters of Trump who are now having buyer's remorse because they could lose their health care, because their father or mother has leukemia and they may not be able to pay for it. And how are they going to do that? Those are the stories that the Trump and Republicans are focused on, and they're putting out a little misdirect and blaming it all, as they customarily do, on Obama or Democrats.
Why isn't any of this happening at Democratic town halls then, David? Why is it just Republicans that are being
Because Democrats support Obamacare. That's why, as well as 12 million other people who just enrolled. What we see in decline are the numbers of support for repeal.
Town hall meetings of Republican elected officials, and there were also a sizable chunk of those people who were applauding getting rid of Obamacare because they've seen their policies canceled and their premiums go up, and they consider it to be a disaster.
Well, why don't we have a town hall meeting I'm sorry, excuse me.
Well, look, there's one thing for sure, David, is that Obamacare is not working for the average American.
It is working. I find it perfectly fine.
I don't. My premiums went up 20%. And
Well, maybe
I have
you
a
should try
$7,000
Obamacare.
deductible. Come on, it's not working.
Yeah.
It is working.
Exchanges are
How
going
do you
belly
get 12?
up.
How, Brad, you're sitting there.
David, I'll
when
tell you,
12
it's not
people-
working for
12
a good
million
friend of
people.
mine who had his policy canceled, and it literally said in the policy notification, it's being canceled because of Obamacare.
Well,
that's
so it's
false.
not working. Come on, don't try to
that is
pretend,
false.
David, that it's working for everybody.
That is false in that insurance
It's false?
companies...
I'll put
it
you
is-
in contact with my dead friend.
Okay, well, you can put me in contact, okay? The point being is that insurance companies renew policies. They have to adjust to the law. They have to, and if they're not providing the policy that has to meet the law's requirements, then they can't offer that.
All right, we'll leave it at that. David and Brad, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Good to be with you.
For complete political coverage, stay right here at foxnews.com. I'm Gregg Jarrett. Thanks for watching.